Hello everyone, I am Pahal Punjabi and today I will be presenting on installation of Hive, querying data and database comparisons for big data. In this presentation, we will understand what Apache Hive is, how it is installed, its architecture, data model, query mechanism and how it compares to traditional database. We will also look at its advantage, trade-offs and how it's applied in real-world industries. Apache Hive is an open source data warehouse tool built on top of Hadoop. It's designed to make querying and analyzing large data sets stored in HDFS much easier. Instead of writing complex Java or MapReduce programs, users can interact with data using HiveQL, a query language similar to SQL. Hive was originally developed by Facebook to handle massive amounts of data efficiently and later contributed to the Apache Foundation for open source development. In short, Hive simplifies big data processing for analysts who are already familiar with SQL. So why Hive matters for the big data? When Hadoop first came into use, working with it meant writing long and complicated MapReduce code, which required programming expertise and lot of time. Hive solves this challenge by allowing users to write simple SQL-like queries, which Hive automatically converts into MapReduce tasks. This reduces both complexity and development time, which also speeding up data summarization and analysis. So Hive essentially bridges the gap between technical programming and data analytics, making big data accessible to a much wider audience. So in this slide, we will look at Hive architecture. Let's understand how Hive actually works behind the scenes. The user interface allows users to submit queries through the command line, web interface or external tools like JDBC and ODBC. The driver receives the query, manages the sessions and controls the overall execution flow. The compiler takes the HiveQL query and translates it into MapReduce task that Hadoop can understand. And in fourth step, the metastore stores all the metadata information about tables, databases, columns and partitions. Finally, the execution engines run these tasks on Hadoop and retrieves the result back to the user. Each of these layers work together to make Hive's operation smooth and efficient. To install Hive, a few system requirements must be met. You need Java JDK or above because Hive depends on Java. A working Hadoop installation is required as Hives run top of it. SSH configuration must also be set up to allow communication across Hadoop nodes. And finally, you will need a database like MySQL or Derby to serve as the metastore where Hive stores all its metadata. Once these prerequisites are in place, Hive installation becomes straightforward. In this slide, we will look at Hive installation steps. So the installation process for Hive involves 5 main steps. Firstly, we will download the Hive package from the official Apache website. Next, extract the downloaded file into your Hadoop directory. And in next step, we will configure environment variables by setting Hive home and updating the path variable. After that, set up the metastore by configuring the Hive site.xml file and initializing the database schema. Finally, we will launch the Hive shell and your system is ready to execute HiveQL queries. These steps collectively prepare your system for efficient Hive-based data analysis. Now we will come into Hive components deep dive. So Hive's internal components are what make it efficient and organized. The metastore. The first we will study metastore. Metastore acts as a catalog that stores information about tables, their structures and partitions. Second, we will look at driver, which is responsible for managing the communication between the user and the system, handling sessions and ensuring queries run smoothly. Next, we will look at compiler, which parses and optimizes queries to generate an efficient execution plan. And lastly, we will look at the execution engine, which takes this plan and performs the actual data processing through Hadoop's MapReduce framework. Together, these components enable Hive to function as a scalable and reliable data warehouse system. In Hive, in this slide, we will look at the Hive data model. In Hive, the data model is similar to traditional database, but optimized for distributed systems. There is a database which is a logical collection of related tables. There is a table which stores data in rows and columns. Then a partition which divides data based on specific column values, for example, by date or region, which helps improve query speed. Next, we will look at buckets, which further divide data within partitions for efficiency. Hive also supports two types of tables. First, managed tables, where Hive controls both the schemes and the data, and then the external tables, where Hive manages only the schema while data remains stored externally. This flexible structure makes Hive adaptable for both temporary and permanent data storage needs. In this slide, we will look at querying data in Hive. One of the Hive's biggest strengths is its familiar SQL-like query interface, HiveQL. Users can perform operations like selecting specific columns, filtering records, joining multiple tables, and grouping data for analysis, all through simple queries. This advantage is that Hive automatically translates these queries into MapReduce jobs and executes them across the Hadoop cluster. This means user can analyze terabytes of data using simple commands without ever writing complex MapReduce code. This slide focuses on advanced Hive queries. Hive also supports advanced analytical operations for deeper insights. You can use aggregate functions such as sum, average, and count to perform large-scale data summarization. Join operations enable combining multiple data sets efficiently. Then partition filtering enhances performance by scanning only relevant data instead of entire tables. Overall, these features make Hive a complete and powerful tool for performing analytical queries on massive datasets. Now, we will compare the Hive versus the traditional databases. Hive and traditional RDBMS systems serve different purposes. Traditional databases are designed for real-time transactional processing, ensuring data integrity and consistency on a single machine. Hive, on the other hand, focuses on batch processing and is optimized for reading, analyzing and summarizing massive datasets stored across multiple nodes in Hadoop. In short, RDBMS is better for real-time updates, while Hive excels in large-scale analytical workloads. Both have their own importance in the data ecosystem. Now we will look like why Hive actually matters. There are several reasons why Hive has become so valuable in the world of big data. It uses familiar SQL-based approach, making it easy for analysts and developers to adopt. It integrates seamlessly with Hadoop's distributed system, ensuring scalability and fault tolerance. Hive can handle terabytes to petabytes of data, enabling massive scale analysis. And because it's open source, organizations can freely customize it to meet their specific needs. These advantages make Hive a core component of modern data processing pipelines. Now, what are the Hive's trade-offs? So despite its strength, Hive does have some trade-offs. It doesn't support real-time processing because query is converted into MapReduce job, which adds delay. Then it has higher latency, so it's not ideal for small data sets or immediate results. Hive also have limited transaction support, lacking full ACID compliance like traditional databases. And finally, updates and deletes are inefficient because Hive is best suited for read-heavy workloads and where data is primarily appended. However, for batch processing and data warehousing, these trade-offs are acceptable. Now lastly, let's see where Hive is used in the real world. Companies like Facebook and Netflix use Hive to process and analyze massive amount of user logs and activity data. In clickstream analysis, Hive helps track customer behavior and optimize marketing strategies. For business intelligence, it enables organizations to generate reports and insights efficiently. And in ETL processes, Hive is used to extract, transform, and load data at scale for further analysis. These applications show how Hive powers data-driven decisions across industries. Now, to conclude, Apache Hive has transformed the way we analyze big data by simplifying complex processing with an SQL-like interface. We have explored its installation process, architecture, components, and data model and its comparison with traditional databases. Although Hive isn't suitable for real-time applications, it remains gold standard for batch processing and data warehousing. In essence, Apache Hive bridges the gap between traditional SQL systems and big data technologies, enabling organizations to extract insights for enormous data sets efficiently. Thank you.